Yeah, I just got done watching the video, or not video, but just got done watching online the bidding at this auction. And then I make this video real quick while I still got some light, and it's going to be a boring video. It's just going to be me talking, but if you want the results of some of the stuff at that auction that I looked at, stick around, because I don't have the ability to edit to put these pictures and stuff in, and besides, as soon as they ended the auction, they take everything down. They had the whole listings with all the prices and stuff you could go back and scroll through, but as soon as the auction ended, they pull everything off. So I didn't get everything. There's only a couple things I missed. I got some things that I didn't talk too much about, and some stuff that I found interesting as they sold. So I'll just give a view of this. I got a few cows outside here, so I haven't got them all out yet. These are a couple that need to be outside walking around a little bit. They got a few hoof issues, so getting them out, stretching out for now. But okay, we're gonna start out. I got a whole list of stuff, a lot of stuff here. So that duals I looked at with the bad tires, they went for $1,050. And if you need to reference back, you can go back to look at the other videos. A lot of this stuff I pointed out more, and you can see it. This is all stuff I pretty much had on camera, except for one thing here. One thing that sold, I found, watched sell, I found kind of interesting. But them Brilliant Chisel plows, 7 shank, they went for $1,100. The Oliver 3-point automatic reset plows, I said you could take the one bottom off of. I was kind of surprised. They brought $1,200. I mean, that style bottom's worth it, but I was surprised a 4-bottom plow, 3-point, or I should say a 3-point hitch plow, brought that much. That UniFirst bale wrapper that I was told how you had to wrap it by manually moving the plastic, that went for $1,400. Them bale feeders that they make out of them plastic tote tubs, they went for $125. That sprayer I said I'd like to have because of the pump, that Ace pump that was on it, the simple pump. That was actually a 750-gallon sprayer. That one for $2,400. The one Meyer silage wagon, the one that I showed with the 4 tires, went for $2,000. And I thought that box was in good shape. There was another Myers box there that I didn't look at yesterday. It is a newer box. It was on a tandem running gear. And it was actually an older tandem running gear, New Holland I think it was. That one for $6,000. That Gale spreader that I said pretty much junk because the beaters were going to be out of balance. To me it was only worth parts. That went for $1,750. I couldn't believe that one. That thing, box-wise, yeah, it was solid enough. But that, oh geez, that was rough. I mean, an end gate, like I say, it's like $1,500, but whoever bought it probably didn't want the end gate. And then beaters, if you had to buy a new beater for that, I think it's close to $1,000. That H&S inline bale wrapper went for $19,000. I don't think I showed that. No, I did. Yeah, I walked past it. Didn't talk too much about it. The Gale silage wagons, there was 3 of them there. The one I didn't show, 2 of them had new wood put in them. The one I didn't show that was pretty much stock. It might have had a plywood back on it. The back looked funny in the pictures here online. That one went for $2,700. And the 2 that they put new cross members in went for $1,600 and $2,100. That Kinze, it was a Kinze 3500 6-row planter that picked up and spun lengthwise to tow down the road. That one for $35,000. That 6-row John Deere corn planter with the pneumatic down pressure added onto it. Real clean planter. That one for $5,000. I was really surprised at that. I thought that would go closer to $7,000 to $10,000. That Case International, it was a 15-foot column mulcher, the one I showed that had the loose wheels on it. That one for $8,500. Thought that was well enough for it. And then some of the stuff at this sale was a farmer retirement auction. And that chopper that I was talking about, that rotary corn head, the base unit alone, just the main chopper went for $49,000. That rotary corn head went for $19,000. And the hay head went for $10,000. The J-Lore mixer that I showed with the cow on it was a model 5350. That went for $8,000. But they had a newer one, which was from that farm retirement auction. It was a 2002 model. It was a 5425. I think they were the same size mixer, but they had different unloading. But that was the lot newer mixer, went for $32,000. Got to the tractors. That 530 that I would have liked to have went for $5,000. The 520 that was restored with the narrow front end went for $4,500. And the rougher 520, they said it was a vegetable special. I don't know what made it a vegetable special other than it had taller, narrower back wheels. But that went for $4,600. There was an Allis-Chalmers 175. I didn't see that one there. That one for $6,000. I think somebody asked about that in the comments yesterday, and a neighbor, I don't know if it was a 175 or 180 what he had, so that's why I got the price on that one. The Ford 7710 went for $10,000. That John Deere 6300, which was rougher, I'm pretty sure that's the newer model, but it was a little bit rougher, went for $9,500. The 6200, which looked real nice shape, went for $20,000. And then another thing that sold here that I was kind of surprised about, it was a John Deere FBB 15-run grain drill. Now, I think I saw it, I didn't look at it, but the pictures online looked really, really clean. The only reason I picked it or mentioning this one is because it came from a local dealer that went out of business probably about 20 years ago. Like I say, this drill is probably from back in the 70s. It went for $4,600, but the guy that bought it was in New Hampshire. So that, just because it's a local drill going to another state. That Kubota 125 with the cab and loader that had basically just PTO hours on it went for $45,000. The self-propelled sprayer, that big John Deere, went for $200,000. And then I didn't write them down, just thinking offhand. The combine went for, I think, was $31,000. It was a 6145. The last tractor I looked at before I walked to the truck, that went for $115,000. So that's just a quick rundown of some of the stuff that went there. I don't understand. This guy that bought the grain drill, he's paying a lot more than that, because I thought everything had a buyer's premium through this sale, but it's only online bids have a buyer's premium. So bidding online, he's paying another 5% on top of this, plus 6% state sales tax, because you got to pay sales tax. I don't know if an out-of-state farm, see, in Pennsylvania we have a tax exempt form we can fill out, so I could have filled that out. I wouldn't have had to pay tax on this. I don't know if somebody out of state can do that or what, but he's going to be paying another 5% buyer's premium, 6% sales tax, and trucking to get that drill to New Hampshire. So, I hope he knew that, because like I said, you got to watch the fine print on some of the stuff when you do these things. And then there's one last thing I didn't really pay much attention to. I just caught it when I was listening there. That same farm retirement auction, he had a silage box mounted on a truck. It was a mid-90s, I don't even know if it was Kenworth or Peterbilt, but that truck was going to Mexico. I didn't catch what they paid for that, but so a lot of that stuff seemed to be fairly reasonable or on the cheaper side. I was surprised with some of the stuff on for. Like I said, I couldn't believe that grain drill, and I couldn't believe well, whatever I mentioned before there went high. So Well, I guess I just run that down and try to keep this one short. Like I say, I don't have much visuals for this, so thought I'd just share all that. That was basically the results of my wish lists and stuff I find interesting at this sale. So, thanks for watching, and we'll catch up to you later. Just one more quick final note that I forgot about. Not that anybody really cares, but the other thing I was interested in was skid steer tires. That was one thing I thought was kind of high. Buying just the tires. They had tires there and they had tires mounted on rims. And they all pretty much went for $650 to $850. One set went for over $1,000. They might have been 14-inch tires or something. But if you could buy the tires and rims for the same money as you could buy tires, I thought that was kind of weird. Like I say, you could. That's why I thought tires went kind of high. So, but it's all still more than I was going to pay at this time. I think a new tire, it'd probably be about the same price you pay for a new tire. I think the last ones were about like $130. They're probably up around $170 or $200 now, maybe. I don't know, but I thought that was a little off there. So, thanks.